All right, here we are, the final day of BPAA Bowl Expo here at the Orange County Convention Center. And with us right now, we have a couple of representatives from 900 Global / AMF / 3G. So Dave Smart was nice enough to let some of the younger talent come in. So we're here with Nick Siefers and TJ Restey. So Nick, why don't we tell a little bit about who you are, what you do, and we'll get into TJ and then look at some of the bowling balls we got in front of us.
That sounds good. Appreciate you guys having us on and allowing us to come in and talk a little bit about the product line and basically have just a nice conversation. Myself, I'm Nick Siefers, and I've been with the company now since 2008, and basically do a lot of the core and cover development and ball testing and manufacturing and just wearer of many hats per se.
There you go.
With us being a little bit smaller venue down in San Antonio. TJ has been with the company a couple years, and I'll let him basically describe a couple functions that he does.
Okay, great.
As Nick said, I've been with the company for about a little over 2 years now, so I'm kind of a rookie in the industry. But I kind of do a lot of the graphic artwork and kind of have quite a hand in the marketing and as far as making the balls, logos, and kind of helping out with the finished product and what people see when they end up opening the box, which is kind of a special thing. So pretty simple, but it's a lot of fun to do.
So Nick, why don't we tell us about the ball? I guess we were just with Bob Chrisman, we were talking about dreamers and doers, so we have a dream that does?
Yeah, exactly. We're really excited about the product line this year, and we've got we brought our two high performance balls over for the line coming out in the next weeks and month. Basically, we've got 2 3-color balls now on the line, which is something new to us in San Antonio, and we've got our Moxie. And that's basically a very good heavy rolling ball for the heavy oil conditions. Going to give you strong roll in the mid lane and the continuous hard arc down the lane. And then also we've got a sample of our core that's inside of it.
Looks radioactive.
It's unique. It definitely provides a low RG and high differential. Gives the core cover matchup. Gives that total ball motion that I described a second ago. If you look here at the Dream, this Dream now is the kind of the opposite of the Moxie on the high performance level. It's going to give your skid flip nature. Still can handle some amount of oil in the overall total lane, and it's got a newly developed asymmetric core. Again, a lower RG, higher diff, same philosophy, but we've wrapped the F74 response pearl cover stock around it that's going to give it that skid flip notion.
Yeah, so we're seeing a lot of these weird shapes, but we're looking at the flip lock, which gives it that higher RG, gets a little bit more length down the lane, and pearlized cover gets it also down the lane as well. Surface, kind of important in the game.
Yes indeed. Putting all those variables together when we test and develop, and we're looking for the right matchup to do basically what we're trying to accomplish out of ball motion, and we play with those variables, core cover, surface, finish, to get what we want. And like I said, in these particular 3-color balls, it's some exciting ball motion going down the lane.
So now are these cores a couple of your babies?
Yes and no. With this one here is actually we've had that one in the works for a few years actually, and just never really found the right matchup where we wanted it in the line and matching it with the cover. But that's why we have it out in this particular ball. We finally got the matchup we were looking for to give the ball motion in that very heavily read in the mid lane and strong arc down the lane.
Yeah, you guys are probably a little bit too young to remember, but it's, I'm sure, been brought up back in the day. The phrase was, you got a lot of Moxie. So a lot of the older bowlers, I want that ball.
And I give credit to the marketing team here for coming up with those names. That I don't know if that was completely yours, but
well, I was always hearing it.
Yeah, obviously the name Moxie is a little bit old school, but that's kind of where the roots of bowling are, is guts, grit, and just having a little Moxie and showing people what you're made of out there. So that's where the name came from. Yeah. But we do want to draw everyone's attention. We did a little bit of a makeover here at 900 Global. We do have a new logo for the company. We have a new website that just went up. We're definitely putting a lot more extra work in, just making sure everything's done a little bit better, and just, you know, holding ourselves to higher standards, and kind of working real hard to give everybody the best products we can. And it starts from the logo and it finishes, you know, on the lanes with the ball performance.
Yeah,
and speaking of that, we actually have another change is we have these new performance tiers. So basically the balls are going to be in categories based on what the performance of them is, and their kind of what they're expected to do for the bowler. So the Dream is actually in the new Engineer Series, which is kind of the top tier. We call it the Engineer Series because really it represents the highest levels of research and development advancements. It's got the most, you know, man hours of tech work behind it. So that's the kind of the higher end Engineer Series. The Moxie is in the step below that, which is called the Prime Series, which is going to give you a whole lot of ball performance and normally a little bit more hook and a little, you know, really strong symmetric cores. So that's the Prime Series. And we don't have the balls here, but we have the All Day and the All Night, and they're in the Preferred Series. It's called this because, well, these balls are going to be probably the most preferred balls on your typical house shots. And then we have the Select Series, which is the kind of the boosts that we have, you know, 3 different colors, a little more variety, kind of the entry level, if you will. So those are the 4 new performance tiers we have, you know, Select, Preferred, Prime, and Engineer. You know, hopefully it will just help people kind of narrow down a ball they're looking for a little bit better without, you know, as much guesswork as far as what they need. So just a couple of the changes going on at 900 Global, and hopefully it'll be, you know, a few more to come soon. So
now, Nick, I know TJ didn't want to talk at all, but you're going to have to fight the mic back out of his hands again.
Yeah, you did pretty good there. Yeah, that was a good summary.
So these are the bowling balls. Now, when we were over at the booth yesterday, the bags look pretty interesting. A lot of bling on them, and a couple of extra features that aren't available in other lines.
Yeah, if you really look at that 3-ball deluxe, and TJ might actually be able to speak better on this than I can, but you know, that 3-ball deluxe it's the heavy duty bag out there. It's the standard for bowling bags, and there's a lot of different companies, competitors that have taken a look at that bag and tried to see, you know, what we have in it, where we got it, and trying to emulate it. The 3-ball inline, we've had that in the line for a few years, but last year we added the extra compartment on the top for shoes and accessories that we didn't have a few years back. And then we've got for bowlers just getting into the game, looking for a entry-level type single ball bag, we've got our fresh value bags, if you will. They got a little bit of brighter colors on them, red, blue, sitting over at the booth right now, and they're just kind of jazzed up for an entry-level bowler. You know, you pick up a boost, you're in first-time entry-level, you pick up the fresh value bag, and then of course we have our 3G shoe line that you can get anywhere from starter performance shoes all the way up to the top-notch, you know, Tour Ultras that we have that are in the line.
Or the Kangaroos, as they used to be.
Exactly.
A question we get a lot in the pro shops, and we'll kind of, because you guys are more the entry-level stuff rather than the big guy at the top, so you're more the ideas, is a double ball wheel bag that actually fits in a locker. Because there always that handle sticks out that extra inch and a half, and just can't get it in there. Is there anything anybody's looking at on that?
That's an interesting comment. I don't have any. Do you have any information on that? I mean, we're always looking to tweak things to make something better for the customer. But I don't believe we've necessarily attacked that particular question.
I mean, Bowlmaster had one many years ago, and the handle just like regular luggage, it just recessed all the way into the bag, didn't stick out that little bit extra. And obviously the ones with the pull toys where there's not the extendable handle would fit in.
We're going to
seems like there's a market for that.
We're going to take that concept back and see what we can do with that.
All right.
That's
remember my 10% when you come up with it. We're talking about with Dave yesterday, not to be on the negative side, but for a while last year, bowler's tape because everybody gets it from the same place, no matter what the package looks like. It's just that goes there, this goes there. But it had that tackiness to it, which I thought, oh good, more texture. But by the third shot, like, I can't get out of this thing. So that's been remedied now.
We spent a lot of time and effort during the course of the back half of last year trying to remedy that and look at, I mean, we had several different sources that we were looking at. We tried in-house to see what we could do with it as well. But to your point, to your question, yes, it has been corrected, and you know, it's like it was back a few years ago.
Yeah, because when bolus tape first came out, thinking was, who needs pre-cut tape? I mean, I got a pair of scissors and a roll of electrician tape or hospital tape. I'm set.
Yeah.
And now it's like, you're cutting tape?
Yeah, yeah. It is more complex than you know you might think, but we have to have it as bowlers. I mean, whether it's in the thumb fingers or wherever it's at, even to mark the PAP, put a piece of tape on there.
Yeah,
so it's widely used.
And now the skin protection tape. I remember working with some Japanese pro bowlers at Kegel, and they come over and they start taping up their thumbs, and we're thinking, well, they're only doing that because no one knows how to drill a ball over there. And now, I mean, even the senior citizens with their 30-year-old bowling ball, oh, I need a box of tape there. Like,
it is an important accessory.
Yeah, it's amazing how these things catch on, that we never knew there was a market for these things years ago, and now it's, you got to have it.
Yep.
So we're always looking, what's the next invention coming out?
Oh boy, boy, I don't know if I can share that. No. But we're always looking for whether it be accessories or bowling balls, cores, covers, in bags. It doesn't matter. Anything in our product line, we are always trying to stay on the cutting edge, just like any of the other manufacturers. And you know, we like to think of ourselves as being able to do that. You know, we have resources to allocate it to, you know, research and development in all the areas and all the different products that we sell. So there's something always in the works, I can say that, in a variety of our areas, but I don't know if I can't get too involved in that.
No, because once one does it, everyone's got one.
Yep.
One of your best kept secrets at one time, there was the Orbit Extreme. The price point with the weight block, and it was just unbelievable. A lot of people just didn't know about it.
And that philosophy or that concept, we've tried to continue on, and you know, that ball, or even in our hook series from the past few years, and now it's the Boost series. There's a lot of performance at a very good value price point. So if we call it, you know, we've got the new tiers, and we hope bowlers understand that it's not an entry-level ball. It's a reactive performance bowling ball at a very good price. So whether you're a first-time bowler looking for your first reactive, or the experienced bowler looking to a dry lane ball or something a little less performance than our top tiers, it fits both needs.
Now that Orbit Extreme, the original one, not the second one you came out, that was the key. Something a little different, those two that came out.
We did. We had a couple. We had a couple different versions of that. I think one was a teal looking.
Yeah, the other one was kind of orange, reddish type.
Yep.
And that was the one that a lot of places that knew about it couldn't keep them in stock. $99 for that ball. It was like almost a $200 ball.
And the performance you got out of that, yes. Yep.
Now going back to a quantum term, dynamic integrity. As you drop down in weights, where do your breaks come in? And usually 14, 15, 16 are about the same.
In terms of like core dynamics?
Core dynamics, matching up with covers, so you get similar reactions.
What we try to do is on our we call our heavyweights 16, 15, and 14, and on those three weights, we try to maintain the same dynamics, and if you look at our numbers, we publish all the numbers, all the core specs. We will try and hold our differentials between 16, 15, and 14 pounds to be roughly within a point or two of each other, so that you have the same flare potential on any of those weights. And then we also hold, be careful on this term, the true moment of inertia on each one of those weights. We hold that constant. So overall, the bowler is getting, whether he's throwing 16, 15, or 14, he's going to get the same type of ball motion on the lane. Now in our lighter weights, which are the 13, 12s, 11s, and 10s, 13s and 12s, we will actually be moving shortly to a standard core across all of our bowling balls in 13s and 12s. But at the current moment, up until now, we have actually held a core shape all the way down to the 12 pound. So whatever's in the 16, the shape itself is carried down all the way to the 12 pound. And in our hook line from last year, we actually carried the shape to an 11 pound, which is something unique that some of the other manufacturers have not done. So we're giving, again, more performance even in lightweight bowling balls. The 10 pound for us is a typical pancake, and that's, again, you're trying to give a little bit of top weight to the ball in that lightweight.
Yeah, because I remember John Gaines had said one time, in jest of course, that our ebonite pancake blocks are better than anybody else's pancake weight blocks. It's basically you're dealing with cover stocks when you're down in that weight.
Correct.
So,
Yeah.
So there's some behind-the-scenes information for all the techies out there. So Nick, TJ, I want to thank you for coming out. Thank Dave for letting you come out and get away from the booth a little bit. But now you got to go back and make some sales.
That's the key.
So bowlers can reach you, telephone number, web address.
Yeah, the new website's up and running. It's 900global.com. Our information, our phone number, our address, it's all on the website. Our email addresses will be up shortly. We're in the process of adding more information to our website. So in the coming weeks and months, everything that you need, everything that a bowler could want to get a hold of us should be on our website, 900global.com.
Yeah, so we want to stress that 900 is first. I always the Global 900, 900 Global, but looking at the new logos, it looks like you're stressing the Global more than the 900.
Compared to previous years, yes, but to your point, we are still 900 global.
So, all right, so thanks for coming out.
We appreciate it,
We'll be
guys.
seeing you.
Appreciate it.